It is new territory now. So this human finally escapes society, finds paradise, and immediately goes insane.
Not insane, just romantically underoccupied.
Ah, the dangerous phase. On my planet we issue helmets.
He got gardening, art, music, status, two of them.
Classic symptoms. And
Then a spaceship lands. Armed pioneers, men in black, rifles.
let me guess. They say hello.
They say, where you hidden tribes?
Excellent. Misidentification escalation protocol.
He's a Terran, alone, in a loincloth.
Obviously a native. Shoot first. Civilization later.
Welcome to New Tahiti.
Smiling, paradise is always temporary.
After surveying several planets, Danton chose one where he found no traces of intelligent life. The planet was quiet and secluded, rich in fish and game. Across its vast waters rose large islands, green with luxuriant jungle growth. Danton named it New Tahiti, and the captain of the starship duly registered his ownership rights to the planet. After a cursory inspection, Danton selected a large island that seemed more appealing than the rest. He landed there and began to set up camp. At first, there was much to do. From branches and woven grasses, Danton built a hut beside a dazzling white beach. He fashioned a spear, several snares, and a net. He planted a vegetable garden, which soon flourished to his delight, warmed by the tropical sun and moistened by warm showers that fell every morning from 7 to 7:30. Yes, New Tahiti was undoubtedly a true paradise, and Danton might have been very happy there were it not for one thing. Gardening, which he considered an excellent form of sublimation, failed him in the most scandalous way. Danton thought about women day and night. Gazing at the huge orange tropical moon, he could hum love songs to himself for hours. Fearing for his health, Danton frantically reviewed all known forms of sublimation. First, he took up painting, then abandoned it. Began keeping a diary, then abandoned that as well. Composed a sonata, but after giving up music, he carved 2 colossal statues from a local variety of sandstone, finished them, and began to wonder what else to do. There was nothing to do. The garden required no care. Earth vegetables triumphantly displaced the local plants. Fish poured into the nets, and the snares were never empty. Once again, Danton noticed that day and night he was haunted by visions of women, tall and short, white, black, brown. One day he caught himself thinking fondly of Martian women. Before him, no Earthman had ever managed that. Danton realized that decisive measures were necessary. But which? He could not send a distress signal, nor could he leave New Tahiti. Lost in gloomy thought, Danton raised his eyes to the sky and noticed a black speck descending toward the sea. The speck grew larger. Danton's breath caught in fear that it might be a bird or a gigantic insect, but it kept growing, and soon he could make out uneven flashes of pale flame.
A spaceship! The end of loneliness.
Danton donned his finest loincloth, an outfit favored by the islanders of the South Seas and perfectly suited to New Tahiti's climate.
He washed, carefully combed his hair, and watched the ship land. It was an ancient starship with a Michelson drive. Danton had thought such vessels long obsolete. Yet this one had clearly traveled far. Crumpled, scratched, and hopelessly outdated in design, it nonetheless looked resolute and unyielding. On its prow, proudly displayed, was the name The People of Hatter. Knowing that travelers returning from the depths of space usually acutely lack fresh food, Danton gathered a whole mountain of fruit and arranged it neatly by the time the people of Hatter came down heavily onto the beach.
Narrow hatch opened, and two men emerged from the starship, armed with rifles and dressed in black from head to toe. The newcomers cautiously looked around.
Ahoy! Welcome to New Tahiti. Guys, I'm so happy to see you. What's new back on?
Back!
What's wrong?
What's your name?
Edward Danton yet.
I am Simeon Smith, war leader of the Hatterites, and this is Jedediah Franker, my deputy. Why did you start speaking English?
I always speak English.
Where are the others? Where are they hiding?
There's no one here, just me. Look, these are all for you. I thought you might miss fresh food after such a long journey.
A pretty blonde girl with short, wavy hair peeked out of the hatch.
Can we come out now, Father?
No, it's not safe here. Get back inside, Anita.
I'll watch from here.
Danton met her gaze, and suddenly a strange tremor ran through his entire body, something he had never felt before.
We accept your invitation. However, we will not eat these fruits.
Why not? Because we don't know what poison you might choose to use on us.
Poison? Listen, let's sit down and finally talk this through.
What do you think of them?
Everything is unfolding exactly as I expected. He's bending over backward to win our trust, to placate us, and that's highly suspicious. His tribesmen are hiding. They're surely lying in ambush. I believe they need a clear lesson.
Very well. Let them fear civilization.
Hey!
Father, but he hasn't done anything yet.
That's precisely the point. If we shoot him, he won't do anything in the future either. The only good native is a dead native. And the others will understand that we are not joking.
But you have no right. The Council of Elders
Has no authority right now. When we land on an alien planet, we enter a state of emergency, which means power passes to the military command. We do what we consider necessary. Remember Lan 2.
Wait, this is all a misunderstanding. There's no one on the island except me, and there's absolutely no reason.
A bullet tore up the sand by his left foot. Danton bolted toward the jungle.
That's how it is. Let them engrave it on their noses.
Danton ran through the jungle until he was at least half a mile from the pioneer's ship. After a meager supper of local fruits resembling bananas and breadfruit, Danton began pondering the strange newcomers.
Are they insane? Can't they see I'm a Terran living alone on the island, unarmed, and that I greeted them with obvious friendliness? Yet instead, they started shooting at me, teaching a lesson. Teaching whom? Filthy natives who need to be taught? Ah, that's it. The Hatterites had mistaken me for a native aborigine and assumed my tribesmen are hiding in the jungle, waiting for the right moment to leap out and slaughter the intruders. Well, it's not such an absurd assumption. I really have ended up at the edge of the world, stranded without a spaceship, wearing nothing but a loincloth and turned bronze from the sun.